another redo because my original video was taken down, or I can't find it, or it was deleted off my SD card. I just want to say that when it came to comedy, I was a huge fan of Mad TV, like during the mid '90s. Like even though Saturday Night Live has stood the test of time, been out for like 42 years, it was never my cup of tea. I never did like SNL. No matter the only time SNL was funny in my opinion is when Eddie Murphy was on there. That's the only time I got some of his greatest skits on DVD. But other than that, SNL was whack compared to Mad TV. Mad TV came out in 1994. Uh, they came out with hitters who are like some of them are bigger stars. You stars like Phil Lamar, Orlando Jones, Artie Lang, Nicole Sullivan, Deborah Wilson, uh, Mary Shear, and somebody else. Like that first season of Mad TV was killer. That first season of Mad TV was epic. Those people on Mad TV were naturally funny. Like the original cast, like Orlando Jones, Deborah Wilson, Artie Lang, those that that cast was untouchable. It was flawless when it came to comedy. Their style of comedy was natural. They those people were naturally funny compared to the people on Saturday Night Live. Uh, like their people on SNL, their comedy was is forced upon you. Like they try to be funny, but it doesn't really come off as a knee slapping, falling on the ground funny compared to people on Mad TV. But like after the second season, some of the original members left. Like Orlando Jones left and was replaced with Ari Spears, and then I think I forget the white dude's name, the one who got into it with Pauly Shore. He left and was replaced with Pat Kilbane, but they were still funny. Like even though Avery Spears held his own. He was pretty damn funny. Like after Orlando Jones left, he was a good replacement. Okay, like he didn't lack when it came to comedy. Like but like Mad TV, like I watched it every time it came on TV. Like their skits, whether there's claymation skits or like them making fun of people, it was impeccable. Like you really can't duplicate their style. But then like after the fifth and sixth season, it started to go downhill. I stopped watching it after the fifth season because one by one the original cast members left, and then they was replacing them with these lame lackluster motherfuckers who couldn't who couldn't make a crazy person laugh. Like these people Mad TV started to go downhill when Frank Caliendo, Bobby Lee, and Key and Pale those Key and Pale dudes, both of them dudes uh, came along. They Bobby Lee and Key and Pale single handedly destroyed Mad TV. Bobby Lee was not fucking funny. I don't care what nobody say. He was not fucking funny. I don't know. I'm not saying he wasn't funny because he was an Asian comedian, because he's Asian. Because there are some funny Asian comedians, even though I've never came across any. But the dude was Bobby Lee fucking sucked. They were better. Like and this was right around the time when the final original cast member Deborah Wilson had left. Deborah Wilson was the last of the original cast members. After she left, it really started going downhill. And I know it's like last year, during the Cosby scandal, they tried to bring the show back on CW 33, and like it wasn't the same because like they brought back they brought back Will Sasso, Deborah Wilson, and Artie Lang. They tried to do Mad TV on CW 33, but the magic was gone. Like they were funny, but they didn't have that. They didn't have that impeccable writing staff. That writing people who wrote their comedy, who wrote their skits. They were gone. They were no longer there. So they had to go with what they went with, and it fell flat. But unfortunately, like I wish they would have stood the test of time compared to SNL. That's not even funny. Saturday Night Live is not funny. Mad TV. Those first three seasons, would destroyed anything that SNL put out. SNL was not funny. It never was funny. Okay, because their comedy is forced. But then you have people like Mad TV. Uh, those 3 years, they did in 3 years what Saturday Night Live could do in 42 years. They created natural comedy